think something might give here with Ben Stokes. 4 from 7. He did well there because he was looking for the big shot, and in the end he was able just to bail out and just knock a single. Trying to wind up, but it wasn't quite there.
Well bowled knuckleball. Nothing on it. Absolutely no pace whatsoever. What he had to do was adjust his length with him coming. He did that. Yeah, you expect though, both Morgan and Stokes will be aware of his previous over, went for 3, and they just can't let a bowler just bowl. He can't go for 3s, can't go for 4s or 5s. They'll go at you. So they'll think to do something with him. Difficult though, because he's good with his pace. He varies it, shifts the length as well.
It's going to be interesting though, because they'll be aware of all the stats and they'll be aware that the pitch isn't as straightforward, certainly not as East London. Ben Stokes wants a change of bat. It's that fight you have as a batsman when you're starting to think, I need to go, but actually you're going not too bad. Bowlers are allowed to bowl well, even in 2020. Say it'd be that man. Actually, it's Ben Stokes' job, really. If anyone's going to go and take the risk, it's Ben Stokes. No Morgan, the man in. He can just leave it that little bit later.
Big shot. Bat changed. I think that one's not working. I think I'll go with the next one. Here we go. Nope, nothing there.
I think that's good from Stokes, though. You've got to fight that internal fight you have as a batsman. You've got to tell yourself, actually, we're in a good spot. The time to go will be in a couple of overs. Not going to be long. There's Morgan eyeing up. It's a big boundary out to that deep mid-wicket. He's just had a look over his shoulder.
Excellent. Again. From Dwayne Pretorius. 108 for 3.
At touchofmodern.com, we get that the things you surround yourself with reflect who you are. Your style, your drive, your passions. Venture through a curated collection of astonishing items at touchofmodern.com, because sometimes things aren't just things, they're you. Go to touchofmodern.com and discover the world's most unexpected items.
Then Patterson, he's in the bucket. KFC big bucket.
You say big bucket again or not?
Indulging. Which bucket? What?
He's bowling very well, Shamsi. His last over. Does Morgan just see him out, just tick along for another big slog sweep?
Didn't hit it. Didn't get all of it at all.
Lovely B, lovely boy.
Yeah, looking for that big boundary, forced into it, I think. Just thinking, can't keep nudging it about. The partnership is 19 from 23. After that start, they need it to be going quicker. Shots of catch it. Oh dear. Oh no. Total misjudgment. 4 runs.
Well, he got in a real muddle here, did Hendricks. Didn't know, do you dive now? That's the time he had to go, and ends up bailing out, missing the ball completely. That just releases the pressure on the England batsman. so much the chance, but well, whether it even was a chance, but the fact Stokes has got a boundary.
Nicely taken. Looking for the reverse, looking for another boundary. And Quinton de Kock stayed. Rides up with this bounce. Look how much it does bounce. And up he goes. Beautiful take.
That's why that misfield, or the one that he didn't stop, Hendricks out on the boundary, that pressure would have been so much growing on Stokes. Now he can do that. He's going to look for two.
Now to close out the spell. One ball to go. Tabrez Shamsi, 1 for 29. It goes to Morgan, who no doubt will be looking for the fence. First option, the fence. Nothing there. It's well bowled. 115 for 3.
Really going into fifth gear. One of the batsmen, that is. Not sure they're that bothered. Do you think Stokes the man now?
Yeah, you said it earlier. He has to be the one to go, and he'll also be trying to sort out his strike rate at present. It's going at less than a run a ball. Just hasn't been able to middle it. With 3 down, though, any teams will go even further. So 14 roundabout now, 15th they'd go. Otherwise, it'd be an over and a half later. There you go. That's up the middle. And away it goes. Second tier. And a good catch in the crowd. Big.
Oh, Ben Stokes, that has been smashed. That has gone a long, long way. As soon as he hit it, that has flown. I reckon he might go again. Problems for Pretorius now. He's want to find that slot.
Nicely bowled. Tall bowler. Playing Pretorius, and yeah, tries to make sure he's back of a length. And he worked out, Ben Stokes, where the length was going to be. It had sufficient pace on it as well. And it was in the arc.
It certainly was. It did sound good off that bat.
Shouts of catch it. Catch is taken by Temba Bavuma. Pretorius is bowled well. And a wicket is nothing less than is deserved. Morgan gone.
Yeah, slow ball into the surface, and he just did himself by going far too much to the leg side. He then had to try and reach for it and got the bottom of the bat. He's furious with himself. You don't often see emotion from Owen Morgan. Worked hard to set the game up for the onslaught at the end. He's now going to miss out on that. He goes for 27, 1, 2, 3 for 4. Joe Denley has walked out to the middle.
at a time when England must cut loose to finish off their innings. He's got to get going, figure out the pace of this pitch, and then overdrive. Formulate some sort of partnership with Ben Stokes, who with that 6 on the second ball of this over might well have found his mojo, so to speak. This is the wicket.
Yeah, this is a big wicket because it might just rain Ben Stokes in for an over. Ben Stokes was looking to really tee off. Now he's got to start another partnership, as you say, Pommy.
Well, he popped out that one. High on the hands. Pretoria's doing a great job. 1-2-5 for 4.
My son needs this drug. I hope it doesn't cost too much. I hope my insurance pays for it. Can you tell me how much this will be?
67.
Sorry.
Wait, have you heard about GoodRx? GoodRx finds free coupons to help you save up to 80% on your prescriptions.
Wow. I had no idea.
GoodRx. Stop paying too much for your prescriptions.
Run rate is 8.33. Last 5 overs, 6 wickets left. No big output from England. Stokes is on 19. Denley, new to the crease, 1. $65. 170. Oh, what a way to go! Slow delivery into the pitch, bit of a leg cutter into the body, gently knocks a bail off.
He's definitely earned the reputation of making things happen as Andile Patlaquaya. So often when he comes to the crease, he picks up a wicket for South Africa. Sometimes it's not all that orthodox. You wouldn't count this as a regulation dismissal. Leg cutter going down the leg side, done for pace, through the shot, off the arm, onto the stumps. Doesn't matter, that's an important blow at this time. 5 overs to go. England looking to accelerate. They lose another wicket. Denley, 1 of 2 deliveries. Patlaquaya with his second. 125 for 5.
Well, it's clever bowling. Not express pace. Plenty of variations. Subdued bench. Moeen Ali. Keep coming, the batsman, but they're 5 down. $125 for 5, 15.1 overs. Moeen Ali. I think that South Africa have just got control. Slower again. Got a goal!
That would have been absolutely ideal for South Africa. New man at the crease. He takes a quick single and might have seen the end of dangerous Ben Stokes through the shot. That's what the slow delivery does. If you roll it out the hand properly, it deceives the batsman. Lack of pace. It's unlucky to go off the elbow and onto the leg stump. There's nothing unlucky about deceiving him through the delivery you've tried and the change-up.
The ball is getting softer. Batsmen have to work it out quickly. England will always be looking for the big shots. South Africa have been clever again with the way that they've bowled. It's a nice haircut, isn't it? Envious.
Comb over.
All the way.
Yeah, once again a variation, this time the off-cutter from Pat Lequire trying to go across the left-hander. Just his second delivery that he receives, O'Neill, but he's not scared. He goes after it, and at that stage he still wouldn't have been 100% sure. Timber, not the tallest man on the fence, covers him comfortably.
Risty into the offside, just a single. Gives it back to Stokes. It's delivery of the 16. 9 from this over.
Those girls seem excited to be on the TV.
Tap and run. 2, they'll look for 2. Clever. 11 from the over. 136 for 5.
After what he performed in the test series. Brilliant lusty blows. And laborious to come from this batting lineup.
Hendricks, 2 overs, none for 24. Belaquio, 3 overs, 2 for 34, 2 good wickets.
Plenty of slow deliveries, back of the hand slow balls, and mix it up as much as possible.
There's evidence again that the players will tell you he's not just coming on, just that shot again. We saw Denley dismissed. Moeen Ali there into the shot early, the ball pitches and then stays momentarily in the pitch. He's all his mates there, look, sat with all his pals.
Pat Malone in the dressing room.
Oh, that hurt.
There's certain people who have to play these kind of shots. I don't think Ben Stokes is one of them. I think if he middles one, I saw in the last over, hit one 95 metres. I think he's better off just standing and delivering. I know they all want to progress their game and come up with different options and try what looks pretty at times. Ben's better off. Probably won't hurt himself either.
It's a single. He's looking a bit frustrated.
Yeah, I think the challenge on these kind of surfaces is it's a little bit slower. He gets a warning, does Hendricks, for running on the pitch. The umpire, Ivani Jelly, just having a word with Hendricks. But that's the challenge on these slow wickets. How do you hold your shape? How do you not get frustrated and lose the shape as you're trying to whack the ball out the ground? Got to hold it a little bit longer on the slower pitches. South Africa will be hoping that maybe a little bit of dew comes in the next half an hour to an hour, and they come on to bat the ball to skids on that a little bit better.
Bill wide. And it runs away. Well fielded in the end. It's an extra ball for England.
Hopefully he hasn't done any damage. He launches himself there to cut it off. It's really well. I have to check if any part of his body's touching, but I think he's done perfectly. Yeah, very good effort.
Well, he saved one. Terrific effort. Leg side is well protected on the boundary. Deep fine leg, deep square leg, deep mid wicket, deep long on. Nailed it, fielded down there. Oh, it's over his head.
See the thinking of Van der Dussen. It's one of those ones where you're trying to tee it up to maybe get a bit of a hand on it and pop it in the air and recover and take the catch. We saw a similar example of what Hendricks is trying here at East London. As soon as he was back of length and lots of slow balls and mixing it up, he was good. The problem was when he went fuller, he missed those Yorkers, made hitting of him really easy at the back end there in East London. Same case here this evening. Ali flicked it high in the air, contact just good enough.
Over the top again. Moeen Ali just short of 6. Excellent over this for England. 15 from it, 1 delivery to come.
It's becoming a little gem from Moeen Ali. 19 of 6 deliveries, striking at 316. He's picking on different areas of the ground as well. Doesn't matter whether it's full length, runs the back of a length, slow delivery. Just opens that front leg, slaps it over. Temba Bavuma, just the one bounce. Jacques misses it.
Oh, he's gone again. Has he got enough on this? He sure has. 21 from the over, 17 have been bowled, 157 for 5.
If I want better rates, my deposits take up to 5 days to reach India. But if I want fast transfers, I have to settle for lesser rates? That's a bad compromise. फिर की ले रहे हो क्या? Switch to Zoom so you don't have to compromise. Only Zoom gives you the perfect combo of Fatafat Zoom fast bank deposits and amazing rates. And now, send up to $50,000 per transfer. No one gets your bank deposits to India faster than Zoom.
Hendricks at 3 overs, he's gone the distance here. 3 overs, 4 dot balls, none for 45. And Geedy, doing what he does, comes back into the attack. He will bowl 18 and 20. 2 overs, 1 for 16.
That last over was 21, Bubble. Not the biggest over on this ground. It's been one that's been 15 runs more expensive.
Maximum
36.
Well,
England, India, Stuart
oh,
Broad.
Yeah. Oh, called that with Ravi. With Ravi. India or Coco Hoop.
Highest successful chase by any team in the T20 matches. Only 158 on this ground. So South Africa would have to break a record.
Powerful shot. My word, he's given that some clatter.
Yeah, there's lots about this that is class batting. It's the use of the feet, first of all, to get the ball full enough. Once he's given it, it's got to be hit with enough power, but also placement. Eating that man, that short extra cover. And the boundary rider can't get around to cut it off. And you think first delivery of the over, Lungi Ngidi goes, quicker delivery, 134. Default setting, must go to the slower off cutter for the second one.
Slow delivery worked into the leg side. They're looking for 2. It should only be 1. Since Moeen Ali came in to join Ben Stokes, England have wrested the initiative. They were fretting, but they've got to 162. Plenty of deliveries still to go. Run rate 9.35.
Yeah, Moeen Ali's cricket awareness the other night wasn't great. He's striking at 360 tonight, but he didn't make the adjustments of understanding that the bulk of the deliveries from Lungi are going to be the off-cutters to the left-handers. Let's see if he can make that adjustment here at Kingsmead tonight. It's been brilliant so far.
How on earth has he got that there?
That wasn't the slow ball cutter, it was the quick delivery, 132. And he's just flicked it with the wrists, opened the face, and it's flowing away onto the bank. It almost deserves more than 6. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. 76 meters.
10 fours, 11 sixes. 168 for 5.
4 of them have come off Moeen Ali's bat. 31 of just 8 deliveries. He's on course to maybe get one of the quickest 50s of all time.
Oh, he's gone again. And he's safe. Don't think it's 6. Gets 4.
Yeah, predictable that it was going to be the slow ball from Ngidi, but beautifully played again from Moeen Ali. Just helped it on its way. It's 2 straight. (15 of just 4 deliveries in the over.
Just shows a few days ago, not long ago, that he bowled so well, beautifully. He really did, Ngidi. Now he's gone, what is it, 15 or 4 here? 172 for 5. Slower ball. Middle. Oh, he gets another boundary.
This is an exhibition from Moeen Ali. Absolutely superb. Everything he is touching is turning to gold. 39 of 10 deliveries, 3 4s, 4 6s. No matter what you throw at him, he's picking it and he's putting it away.
21 from the last, 19 from this, 1 delivery to go.
Fastest 50 by England in a T20 international, 21 deliveries. Moeen Ali needs 11 and he's only been there for 10.
Well, he's flicked that as well. Fielder down there. Is he going to take it? Yes! It's Bavuma. Commentator's curse from Pollock.
Oh, sorry, Bumble, but it was facts and figures. I had to get it out there. Brilliant from Moeen Ali. He's just been asked to stay at the crease. They're going to check for the no ball, so maybe he's not on his way. But what a thoroughly entertaining 11 deliveries it was from Moeen Ali. Is there something behind the line? Yeah, comfortably behind the line this time. No issues whatsoever. South Africa have their 6, but well played, Moeen Ali. What a little cameo that was. 11 deliveries. Brilliant batting by the left-hander. 176 for 6.
Hey, I'm Jack. We started SeatGeek because we wanted fans to have a better, more transparent ticket buying experience. With SeatGeek, you can see the best deals and buy tickets, all with a price match guarantee. Use my code JACK20 for $20 off your first purchase, and maybe we'll see you there.
Stokes is still there. Stokes is on strike. Another 20. Nearly up to 200. Well, it's an absolute gem, is that, from Moeen Ali. 39 from 11. Chris Jordan, new batsman. It is Stokes who's on strike.
Bethlequire back into the attack for South Africa. 2 for 34, his figures. There's nothing wrong about the depth of batting of this England batting lineup. Jordan to the crease. He's a powerful striker. He can clear the boundary ropes at will if he middles it.
And he's a runner. Stokes down the ground. Hasn't nailed it, but gets 4.
Yeah, Ben Stokes didn't move at all after he struck it for at least 50% of the journey of the Kookaburra. Just held it. He thought he had hit it well enough. Eventually did start to run. He thought maybe Bavuma would cut it off, but what a wonderful start to the over. Pressure on Bethlequire straight away.
Pulled away into the leg side, fielder down there. It drops short. It's a great sight at the ground at the venue. The lights are on. It's a packed stadium. All the little gems will come out here. It's the end of a Moeen Ali. Off cutters, leg cutters, back of the hand. But England have got themselves into a decent position. 181 for 6.
Moinelli on the other shots he played on those lines, he just flicked it leg side. He almost tried to go maybe too straight in the end. South African fans are happy.
Jordan gives it back to Stokes.
Just little small mercies for the bowlers at times in this T20 format, and one of them is the first few deliveries to a new batsman at the crease. Sometimes you get away with it. Great to see so many of the young kids at the ground. Kingsmead ground has had a makeover and it's looking in really good condition. A lot of things have changed at the ground and it's been superb.
Might be a wide. Might not.
The big part of the boundary is to the leg side for Ben Stokes when facing Petliquire, so you wouldn't be surprised that he goes to the off-cutter wide of the crease, trying to bring those two men behind square on the offside into play rather than allowing Stokes to whack it away on the big boundary.
Looking for two, no. Mentioned earlier that he's a little bit frustrated. He's playing some massive shots, Ben Stokes, but not just finding the boundary. See that wide that may have been. He's just okay.
It's the knuckle delivery that Petliquire's worked on very hard in the off seasons, trying to perfect it and bowled that one nicely.
Slow ball, Jordan pumps it down the ground with brute force and gets 6.
13 off the over, 189 for 6. What batsman?
Plastic. It's our most dangerous addiction. And to get the whole world clean, that takes a lot more than an alternative. So we took our worst vice and turned it into the DNA for a better system. Materials made from recycled plastic, woven and molded into all the things we consume. We created Bionic and put the word out with GoDaddy. What will you change? Make the world you want.
Well, he's still there. Ben Stokes working it out, 34 from 25. 189 for 6, 1 over to go. Now, has he got this? Oh, it's gone. Bavuma, anybody else? What is it, 4 or 6?
I think it's 4. Brilliant effort by Temba Bavuma. He had to make a lot of ground and eventually put the dive in parallel to the ground there as he launched himself, trying to get his hands underneath it. Did he get a finger on it? Maybe just a little baby fingertip.
Boundary to start the over and then a single.
I think we've got a shindig. There's a saw.
Fabulous field at Bavuma. Great study this. Almost like underwater cricket. He gets a finger end on it, flying through the air.
It's a brilliant example of how he keeps his eyes on it right until the last second.
Four deliveries, 194 for 6. Width. There he is. This is it. Oh, he's just put the finger up. That's out. That'll do. That'll do nicely. This is a stunner.
Brilliant from Bavuma. He had a trial run a few deliveries before. Didn't quite manage to get his hands to it, but once he gets his hands to it, invariably he takes the catch. Brilliant bit of fielding. They're just going to have a check. I think this is pretty good. You can see him. He gets going quickly, does Bavuma. The ball going away from him. Launches himself. Yeah, that's comfortably taken. Brilliant from Bavuma.
That is fabulous. He put his finger up straight away and said that's out. Umpires are just checking, but it's in there now. And he's still off the ground. He does it. Oh, look at his eyes. Does a complete roll. It's still there, still there. Fireworks are up there. They've given out. He's nearly finished. Not be long now. Oh, come on, give it out. Temba, give it out. Get your finger up.
I'm not too sure why they keep checking his no balls. That is comfortably behind the line, and it was comfortably caught by Temba Bavuma. So a bit of a delay for no real reason out in the middle. Anyway, the 7th wicket's down. Temba's the man who's done the damage in the field. Brilliant, a real live wire in the field today, Temba. He's been charging around the outfield. 3 deliveries to go, 7 wickets down, score of 194 on the board. Let's see if England can end up with over 200.
I'll see his eyes. Fabulous. And he gave it out himself at the end of it all. As a batsman stood there, he just put his finger up and said that's out. Right, how many is it? 194 for 7, 3 deliveries to go.
Yeah, he's been given out, and the new man's already been at the crease for about 15-20 seconds.
Stokes, has he got one? Oh, he just stands and watches and admires. Second tier. England move to 200.
Yeah, the one man who is picking slow deliveries from Lungi Ngidi is Ben Stokes. It's brilliant. Takes him to 45 runs, 94 meters that last 6. 200 on the board. Oh, brilliant catch. It was a one-hander. There you go, Temba. Eat your heart out.
Full toss. Loses the grip on the bat. Oh, they get 2.
Yeah, I think it was a good changer from Ngidi pace-wise. It did for Stokes. High up on the bat, even though it was quite close. Cassia was referred, not too sure why it had to go upstairs to be reviewed. It was taken a meter above the ground and in full control. Temba rolled over, gave his finger, told us it was out. Not sure why they wanted it checked. Nowhere near the ground at any stage.
Last delivery. Bowling right at the end there. Oh, they'll get 2. They'll get 2. They can't get 2. They have 2 leg byes to finish. England very respectable there. 204 for 7. Looked very unlikely for a little while. Ben Stokes shakes his head, but he's played well there. He's fathomed it out. 47 from 30. 4 4s, 2 6s. Moeen Ali got things going for England. 39 in 11 deliveries, but 204 for 7. That's a good score.
Yeah, very good effort this from England. The second highest T20 score on this ground here at Kingsmead. They've been lost the toss and been asked to bat first. They'll be more than happy with 207 on the board. Good contributions. Roy was good. Bairstow was lethal for his 35. The real pick of the batsman was Moeen Ali, 39 of 11 deliveries. Ben Stokes did well for his 47 of 30. It's a really competitive score. Contributions from many batsmen in that strong batting lineup. Partnerships wise, 52 between Roy and Bairstow, 33 Stokes and Morgan, 51 Stokes and Moeen Ali, and then 2 decent little contributions at the back end. Bowling wise, people under pressure. Lungi finishes up with 3 for 48. Sometimes you either disappear or pick up wickets at the back end. He had a bit of a combination of both. Get some wickets, but got some damage as well. Hendricks North 45. Fontaine was pretty good with his 2 overs. Betlaquaya, knack of picking up the wicket. Shamsi and Pretorius with a pick for South Africa. Their 7 overs, 2 for 47. So 204 on the board. South Africa will require 205 when we return. Should be a fantastic chase, requiring 10.25 to the over. Can South Africa achieve the highest run chase on this ground here at Kingsmead? We'll be back to show you that.
Yeah, terrific innings, wasn't it, from England? Terrific innings as well from Ben Stokes. But how special was the innings from Moeen Ali, Ebony?
Unbelievable, wasn't it? I mean, it's really important for him as well. The moment he is in his career with all the issues around the test side, he has come out and dominated. He dominated with the ball in the last game, but how an important player he is. He's just able to create with this fluid flow of the bat out of nowhere, just runs. I mean, the 1 over point, incredible. And I think it's important for him to stamp his mark. He genuinely is one of the most valuable players in this side. And I think today that just reminded us how good he is.
This might surprise a few. That's highest score for Ben Stokes in T20 international cricket. Previous highest 38, so 47 not out. But how pleased will England be with that score?
It looks a very good score. It didn't look an easy wicket up. If you put Mo aside, it didn't look an easy wicket to sort of just blast the ball out of the ground, and I think that was a pretty clever knock from Stokes there. I think he knew he wanted to be there at the end. He knew it would get a lot easier the more balls he faced. Mo took a lot of pressure off him, but I think it looks a really, really good score from here.
You say a really good score, obviously it is, but will there be communication throughout that innings, and how will that have worked between players and dugout?
I think you saw the way when Morgs and Stokesy were batting together, they weren't just trying to whack the ball out the park. They were sort of just trying to take it as deep as they can, and I think the chats would have been if one of them was there in the last 4 overs, and then hopefully someone can come in and play a little cameo, then that's their best chance of really making the most of the last 4 overs, but best chance of getting up to a really competitive total.
What have England learned with the ball? What have they learnt from South Africa and how they need to go in the second part of this game?
Yeah, I think the slow balls into the surface are vital. You look at the wicket of Morgan, it's just holding a little bit. And there was a phase in the middle with Pretorius bowling where he only went for sort of 4s and 5s and over. And he did that, just taking the pace off the ball. So that's going to be vital. If Dew comes in, we don't know what will happen.
There was a bit of discrepancy about that, wasn't it? Bumble from Manchester
Bumble
out there was saying
no chance of Dew.
Chance.
The local man, the captain, says it's going to speed up. So we'll see.
More from you guys after the break. We'll get some reaction, of course, as well from the ground. But South Africa, well, they require 205 runs to win this game and win the series. Theory from here in the studio is that England are very much on top.
I'm Jack. We started SeatGeek because we want fans to have a better, more transparent ticket buying experience. With SeatGeek, you can see the best deals and buy tickets, all with a price match guarantee. The only thing we can't guarantee is that your team will win. Use my code JACK for $20 off your first purchase, and maybe we'll see you there.
Hiring is challenging, especially for a pivotal role.
It definitely felt like we were looking for a needle in a haystack.
So Dylan used ZipRecruiter. He posted his job, ZipRecruiter sent it to over 100 top job sites, and then matched his job with qualified candidates.
We were very impressed with how quickly we had quality candidates apply through ZipRecruiter. It's very important that we choose the right people, and ZipRecruiter's been able to help us do that.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/race.
When it's time to sell your home, there's a lot of money on the line. How can you trust your real estate agent will get it right? There's good news. With HomeLight, you can compare actual performance data on thousands of agents near you, so you know who sells quickly, who sells for the best price. We'll match you with the perfect agent for your needs. And best of all, it's free. Sell your home for more money. Go to HomeLight.com today.
Personal Capital wants to know, do you have a plan for your finances?
I have a plan for retirement.
For college savings?
For investing?
I can see all of my accounts and my investments.
All my investments and more in one place.
I feel good about my finances. Finally. Download the free Personal Capital app today. You can feel good about your finances, and Personal Capital is here to help. Visit personalcapital.com today.
Up the trophy for England.
England who are the ICC World 2020 champions. Australia begin their celebrations. It's 3 on the bounce for Australia. They've won the last 3 World T20s.
Time in their history have won the Women's ICC World T20 title.
Australia champions 2018.
ICC Women's 2020 World Cup, live and exclusive on Willow.
There it is. Claire Taylor wraps up the trophy for England.
England who are the ICC World 2020 champions. Australia begin their celebrations. It's 3 on the bounce for Australia. They've won the last 3 World T20s.
And the West Indies, for the first time in their history, have won the Women's ICC World T20 title.
Australia champions 2018.
First game in the Women's World T20. That's on the 21st of February, so that is Friday week, Australia versus India. England's first game is next Sunday. That is against South Africa in Perth. Third and final game in this series. Not long to wait. That is on Sunday. Slightly different time because it's a day game. That is at 12 o'clock, so a slightly earlier time. Football this weekend, Saturday night, all gets going with Norwich against Liverpool. That is at 5 o'clock. A couple of games for you on Super Sunday. Aston Villa against Tottenham at 1 o'clock. Then at 4 o'clock, Arsenal against Newcastle. And Monday Night Football, Chelsea versus Manchester United. OK, England going really nicely here. Josh Buttler missed out at the top, but a good start provided by Roy and Bairstow. Innings finishing with a flourish with Moeen Ali and Ben Stokes. So taking England to 204 for 7. The highest run chase on this ground is 158. So as I say, England look very well placed there. Let's get the thoughts straight away from the ground, because waiting for us there alongside Ian is Rob. How have England done there? And are conditions going to change a little bit or not?
Don't think so. I've just wiped my hand along the grass and it's absolutely bone dry. Before we get to the cricket, let's get to the event. This is a proper event. This is a proper day out for people.
I thought East London was good, but this is obviously a bigger ground. And even the fact that England was smashing in, it's predominantly a South African audience that are here. The atmosphere was absolutely electric. It is such fun to be involved with.
We've been talking about the power hitting all the way through this white ball leg of the tour. 2 shots. Stokes hits it into the second tier, and Moeen Ali hits a full toss behind point for 6 over here.
It's just, you can hear the sound. That's the thing. When you're here, you hear the sound off the middle, and you don't even need to see. You just know that is going a long way. And equally, when they cloth it, you also know without really watching, and they're fielding all right bars. We've just spoken to Johnny Bairstow and said, what's the pitch like? Is it a bit tacky? Because at one stage it looked like it was slow. Everyone's talking about that. He actually just said, no, it's pretty good. Grips occasionally, but pretty good for batting.
Big innings for Moeen Ali on so many levels.
Massive knock for Moeen Ali. Massive knock for England as well, because from the last game, and you're starting to worry, well, does Josh Buttler need to go into the middle order? I still think he does, but that's massive. And for a side, T20 is about confidence, not only as a player, but it helps Morgan, Stokes when they're batting, knowing if you've got someone else, it allows you a bit more freedom, knowing that you've got someone who can do that as well. It just helps everything.
One other thing I'm going to highlight, that catch from Bavuma was outstanding.
I know, we were just down there, weren't we? You just saw him scuttle along the ground. He's not the biggest fella, and he just sort of disappeared, and then he came up with the catch. Again, the crowd just erupted, and there's so many kids here as well who are loving every minute of it, which we haven't always seen at all the games in 50 overs, but here, this is like a real family party atmosphere.
And you've got to remember, the people around here in Durban have been starved from cricket cricket for a long time because the weather has been dreadful. That ODI, we only got 12 or so overs. Right, anyway, how do England go about it with the ball? Johnny mentioned that tackiness. Rashid's the key man.
Rashid, Moeen Ali, I reckon as well that Owen Morgan will bowl Joe Denley. I saw Joe Denley do a lot of warming up. I reckon there's a good chance that he will bowl. And then there's going to be a point in the middle where it's not going to be easy to score like it was for England. You're going to have to very quickly work out, though, when they start teeing off, you need to try and get your Yorkers in and your slow balls. But those slow balls into the pitch were sitting up a little bit by the end. So there's going to be different phases where you're going to have to completely switch, I reckon, and make sure you get it right. Jordan and Wood at the death, absolutely vital.
So wide Yorkers, not necessarily slower balls, is the way you go to start with?
To start with...
No, not start, but if you're going for a change-up.
Yeah, you've got to work out when... It's one of those things, if you're just looking to play, then it's not going to be easy just to switch and hit big shots. But as soon as they go into absolute all guns blazing, then you've got to try and get it underneath the bat because it's a little bit tennis bally where it's sitting up onto the drive of the bat.
England have got a lot of runs on the ball, but they won't be very comfortable necessarily until they get rid of Mr. Quinton de Kock.
When you speak to the South Africans here, they are of the opinion that Quinton de Kock is their only one really that they know is a banker at the top of the order, or even as any of their batsmen. Everyone else, even in their Zanzi Super League, their 2020 competition, England have like 10 people that could open. South Africa think they have one. He's a massive wicket.
One thing England perhaps have to do slightly better than they certainly did in the first 10-12 overs at East London is the outfielding. It was a different sort of outfield. This is billiard table flat, but it wasn't really slick.
No, but I think they'll be ready. I reckon they would have gone in there and said, come on, we've got to remember that T20 is another level where you have to be on it. Mark Wood came past myself and Bumble, and he just said, before the start of playing, he said, it'd be helpful if I just landed the first couple.
Yeah.
But little things like that, if you just get it right, the bowlers set the tone, then the fielders will come back with it.
England are chomping at the bit to get out of it. They're all on the boundary edge, raiding to go.
Thanks a lot, guys. The guys out there talking about Quinton de Kock and the importance of his innings. Would you go with Moeen Ali? I mean, he's had a little bit of a problem. You guys out there talking in the Test match about the off-spin.
Yeah, I think he's an amazing player, but I think recently the most success England as a side have had against Quinton is probably going with the off-spin option. That's probably his main form of dismissal. So yeah, I think that could be a good option.
That's Moeen Ali, the bowler. I'm impressed. Have you been though with Moeen Ali, the batsman, again?